Juliet Indigo Earth. I am here to do a general reading for you, our water signs Pisces. So thank you for coming into the channel. Good to have you here. I also want to welcome in your cross watchers. Cross watchers, you are here to find out what's going on with your person. Therefore, some of the message could be for you. So feel free to swap around the energies or the characters throughout the reading as it fits in your situation. And anytime anyone comes across this message and they were drawn in by the title was the time that they were meant to listen to it. So the messages that are coming through for you, Pisces, should reflect some aspect of your situation. Doesn't have to reflect the whole thing. Or it could just resonate with, confirm something that you already knew or you already know. So take what fits. If it doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit. It just might mean that the reading is meant for somebody else this week. But for those of you that this does resonate with, I'm going to have an extended at the end of this reading. We're going to dive deeper into the messages coming through by exploring the zodiac signs that show up in your reading. And those zodiac signs can be about an intimate partnership as well as friends, family, background players, colleagues, associates, work associates, social media associates, siblings, your circle of friends, your significant other circle of friends. Anybody that kind of influences your energetic field or the energetic field of your connection. And even if you don't know their zodiac signs, you'll recognize their energies as I read through the zodiac signs in the extended. So keep that with you and let's get started. This is for Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. This is for Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. Messages for those watching, please. Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. Okay, here we go. So, overall energetic theme for the reading, you have the Page of Swords. Something's up for review. You're either learning something or you are gathering information or needing to gather information. So let's see where your energy is currently. We have the King of Swords, gathering information, trying to figure something out, analyzing, getting all the facts. So let's see what's happening. We have the Ten of Cups. So that's contentment, fulfillment. Things are flowing. Things are moving along. The river is flowing. So let's see what your challenges or your opportunity here. We have the Moon. So not all the facts are being presented. You're not seeing the facts or you're not seeing everything as clear as you would like to see it. So let's see what life is assisting you with. We have the King of Pentacles. Maybe looking at what you value. Looking at what you have. Something in the physical here that has to do with time and energy and money. But this is about creating, it's luxury, it's wealth. It's being able to take care of yourself and take care of your family. So let's see, how did you get here? We have the Knight of Pentacles. So you started moving towards something. You took action on something. You may not have finished it. You may have started it. But you want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you're laying like a foundation. You're moving towards something that's going to be lasting and sustainable and kind of like build for the future. So let's see what's heading your way then. We have transition, transformation. Some sort of new model is trying to emerge. Something is trying to come up here so you can kind of contend with it. See it for what it is. So let's see what's working in your favor. We have the Two of Swords. Maybe not knowing is best. Maybe not knowing what's coming up is best. Maybe not having all the facts is the best, is going to be working in your favor right now. Maybe you don't have to know everything. So let's see what the outside influences are. We have the Ace of Swords. So something's trying to work its way through here, some sort of energy. that kind of takes things down a different path. So let's see what your next steps are. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So this has something to do with your life, your life, your life platform. You know, the platform from which you jump from. You know, your home, your hearth, something that's lasting. But you know, this is your identity of like your lifestyle. So, I mean, I don't know what's going on here. You're trying to figure something out. Could have something to do with your job. I mean, right now it doesn't look like you're in a bad place, but it looks like you're preparing for something coming up that you know is coming up, and there's going to have to be a transition. And you're trying to gather some information here and start moving towards something coming up. And you don't have all the facts with you right now, but maybe you don't need them all. So what is the big picture here? What is this really all about? We have the Five of Swords. I mean, it looks like you're preparing for some sort of combat or, you know, like if, you know, there's some sort of resistance coming towards you, you want to be ready for it. So let's see how this is all going to play out. We have the Nine of Wands. So you're building up, you're guarding yourself, putting up walls, putting up barriers, making sure that things are protected, making sure you're in a good place. All right, Pisces, well, let's see what's happening here. Let's find out what this Ten of Cups is. This is a situation. Could be feeling threatened. Not threatened, but like something wants to come in. Like you need to protect what you've built up here. So clarify the Ten of Cups, the happiness that you built. So what is this Ten of Cups? We have the Hierophant, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Lovers. For some of you, this can just be, I mean, for some of you, this could be about the government. Feeling like things are really chaotic right now. You don't know how much longer, like, what's working for you is going to continue working for you. Like the systems seem to be crumbling and falling apart. Maybe a job or something that you had an alliance with or that you put a lot of time and effort into. You know, this could be education, the educational system. This could be the banking system. This could be the Wall Street system, corporation, anything that has to do that supports like the systems, you know, capitalism staying in place. You know, it looks like you feel like this is going to crumble. And maybe you've built a lucrative life out of this. For others of you, this can be about a relationship that you've committed to, that you thought was really going to make you happy, has now gone in the other direction. It's just, you got two tens here, you know? It's either really on or it's really off. There's high highs and there's really low lows. So let's see what the moon is, because you're trying to figure out, like, what the hell's going on here? Something's hidden from you that's giving you all the facts you need to execute a decision. Oh, we have the Queen of Swords here with the King of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the Eight of Wands. So your challenge or your opportunity here is to be able to use your intelligence, to be able to make a decision quickly, to make a change or to start over again or a new beginning or go in a new direction. Yeah, quick-witted. And I think you're trying to prepare for that by putting on, you know, everything together that you can in case you need to move in a different direction. You want to be able to execute a decision right away that, you know, moves you forward, moves you out of this. If this has something to do with, you know, a job career, this could be situational or relational. So take it how it works with you. That's where your inner guidance is coming in. But this is something where you want to be able to move quickly if you have to and change directions. And if this is relational, I think that before you move forward in something in a new direction, you want all the facts to be able to communicate them and deliver a message that's very clear, that's backed by facts, so that you can take a new direction. But something here isn't being seen. You don't know. There's some mystery here about it. So let's see what the King of Pentacles is. We have the King of Wands. There's a lot of kings showing up here. And the Hierophant. This is a lot of patriarchy energy. Actions, decisions, conformity, knowledge, experts. We have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Four of Cups. Again, we've got this where you're trying to attain the knowledge and understanding that you need to be able to move forward. I think that there's, you know, there's some anxiety here and there's some resistance to not wanting to do this. Like the desire is there to do it, but yet it's unknown. You're not quite sure what's going to happen or where you're going to go, right? And where you are, at least it's known, right? Four of Cups, at least it's a place where you know it, you're comfortable with it. But when you got the King of Cups here, this is about staying in a place of you're grounded, you're stable, right? Things are good. Now you got the King of Wands showing up, and this is about, like, the King of Wands doesn't stay in one place very long. Same influences, same type of recognition, same type of being able to create something, but now you're doing it, you know, where you're in many different places. You're not just stabilized in one spot. And so I think, you know, what life is trying to help you with here is that, you know, you're still going to be in a position where you're a king. You're still going to be in that position, but it's going to require a different type of energy to attain the success and the lavishness and the riches of this. Because the only really difference between the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles is the King of Wands is always on the move, right? Does things more by creativity and what gives them drive and passion and desire. The King of Pentacles is more grounded. So it builds from the King of Pentacles, moves up the ladder at the job, right? You go from working at the desk to, you know, some sort of management position to some sort of, you know, assisted CEO to CEO. It's moving up the ladder on the same foundation. But the King of Pentacles is now achieving success, not by up the ladder, but by following passion and desire and creativity and opportunity and, you know, kind of like seizing the moment. And, you know, it's not a clear ladder. And that's scary because what you've known is comfortable. And if this is a relationship, I think there's some fear coming in here about status, security, reliability, dependability. I don't think you want to let that go. But again, you're going to have the same status, but it's going to come in a different form. Because if this is a relationship that's kind of being tested, there's really high highs and there's really low lows. I think one of you is more successful in kind of being the breadwinner, so to speak, or being the one that has like the stable position. And one of you is a little bit more successful at being able to be more not available, more on the move, on the go, connecting, networking, doing stuff like that. And so something here is kind of like someone wants to hang on out of fear. Someone wants to like, doesn't really want to move from the position that they're in. They're comfortable. They don't want to be thrown off into the abyss to have to figure it out. It's a scary thing to do. And so because you don't have all the facts and you can't execute the way that you want to, or you can't move on a dime, right? Make a decision on a dime, there's some fear opening up. You have two kings who have two very dynamic, different types of ways of dealing with life and the opportunities that are presented to them. So I don't know where this relationship is going yet. But some sort of transformation has to take place here. And, you know, you've got a lot of things built on kind of that. You got a king, and a king here. And the Hierophant. So there's a lot of like patriarchy energy showing up here. Like everything's done from kind of that basis of production and, you know, time management. And you have one queen showing up here who does things more from shooting from the hip. You know, emotional intelligence, our experiential knowledge. And you've got kings here, which are built upon, you know, not so much experimental knowledge, but experts in their field. And that's two very different type of energies here. So let's see how you got here, because we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is an interesting reading, Pisces. Okay, so there's been a change in stability. This has been coming for a period of time here. It's taken a while to get here, but it's coming. There's been a change in some sort of like some sort of dynamic here, some sort of commitment. There's been a change in commitment here. I think one of you might have already built your success by climbing the corporate ladder. I think the other one is in process of building success through some sort of other endeavor. So let's find out what this transformation needs to be here for what's coming in, which is death, transformation. Clarify transformation here and what's heading this way. I think a new model needs to be brought up here. Because this way of creating success or creating happiness doesn't seem to be working in your favor anymore. You're preparing for something here. We have the Page of Cups, so a new path is taken. One that's less heavy, a little bit more light, a little bit more easy, lessening the load. Less is more. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Pentacles. Well, you got another queen showing up here. Again, experiential knowledge coming through. But something here is being transformed, or a new model is arising here that has more to do with imagination, creativity, dream fulfillment. It's lighter, it's easier, it's not as heavy, it's not like you're having to climb some ladder. And it's one that seems to be more generous, more grounded, it's respected, very well respected. Some of you could be a little bit concerned here about, your reputation, but this just seems to be a generous, gifted, honest, respected position, and one that is successful, but it's successful in a different way. And we've got the Four of Pentacles here. So finding some stability or some kind of groundwork here to work from this area or from this energy of being able to lighten the load. Give me one more, please. Yeah, we have the Five of Swords. So staying stagnant or hanging on to whatever that is being hung on to here, whether it's the relationship or whether it's a job or a career or something like that, this is going to cause havoc. The transformation here is lightening the load and really, doing something to take care of yourself. There isn't going to be something to hang on to here. There's you can't, whatever this is, it's not, whatever this new transformation is going to be. And I'm lost. I mean, I'm not lost, but I'm not, I just see a lot of patriarchy energy here. And now I see the queen showing up. So things are shifting in a different direction that seem to be a little less weighted and a little more creative and light and easy. And so there are things that are going to have to be let go of that are weighted down, or it's going to cause conflict in whatever this situation is and whatever you're trying to execute or decision you're trying to make. Because the challenge here, or the opportunity is that you don't have all the facts. It's not all down. There are some things that are still hidden, but you're going to make an executive decision to move forward anyway. And it's going to be a quick decision to make this change. So let's see what the Two of Swords is, because again, this is something that you really don't see. And this is what's working in your favor. Maybe it's best to not know. We have the Nine of Wands, and we have the Devil. And we have the Empress. I think in this situation, what you have going for you is it's best to not know what resistance you're going to have to face here moving forward. Or the obstacles that you're going to have to, if you knew what you had to, what you were up against, so to speak, you might not be able to make a clear decision. And so what's going in your favor is that you know, you really don't know what you're up against. What blockages you're going to have to overcome. What things you're going to have to deal with. What's in front of you that's going to be like trying to thwart your growth or hold you back or, you know, keep you from moving forward. So consider that a blessing right now. That you're not able to see the big picture. But you're going to execute a decision anyway. So let's see what this Ace of Swords is, because this is the outside influences. So this is a brand new beginning. Something that's kind of on the spiritual trajectory. Something that's more... gives enthusiasm and passion and, you know, joy and adventure. Everybody wants to come out and play. So what is the Ace of Swords here? I know this has kind of got to come together here, whatever this is. I'm seeing a move. I'm definitely seeing transformation. I'm seeing preparation. We have the Star. We have the Hierophant showing up again. And we have the Ten of Cups. I think this outside influence here is trying to convince you of what brings you happiness, what the right way is, what is really going to give you passion and desire. And, you know, I think that what's going to make you happy, what's going to ultimately give you your joy, your Ten of Cups here. And again, we've got the Hierophant showing up again, which is about systems, right? Could be media, could be something like that that's trying to influence decisions here and trying to like give you direction on, you know, what your aspiration should look like and which direction they should go. Because I see you kind of creating on the run here. So let's see what the Ten of Pentacles is. Because this is your next step. That's why you have the Page of Swords here. You're learning. This is like the pathless path. you're kind of learning as you go through this. It's not easy. So let's see what the Ten of Pentacles is. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Swords. And we have the World. Again, you got two tens, one of stability and one of instability. And in your situation, you got two tens, one of happiness and one of total destruction. Well, you've got the World here. So there's definitely a change coming in. To make this change, it's like you're going to move forward, take your time. You don't have to rush anything. But there are going to be things that are going to have to be let go of. There are things that are going to have to be, that aren't coming along with you. Give me one more on this. This is like trusting the process. I think you may have decided to take this venture there's been some kind of change of heart here. You decided to take a venture that's more about you and what fulfills your mission. Learning about yourself rather than doing it the traditional way or what tradition says how you should do it or what, conformity says how you should do it. You're going up against the grain here of a stuck system, a stuck, there's going to be resistance. But it's like transforming the model. Transforming the model. Go ahead, Pisces. Yeah, we have the Queen of Cups. This is coming more from experiential knowledge and feeling now than it is from strategic planning and from moving things forward from expertise. This is more about what's heartfelt. There's a new model that's emerging here that you're helping to bring forward. Now, this could be something you learned through a relationship that seems to, started out very, very happy and is now not so happy. And I think you've been preparing yourself. I think you've been preparing yourself for this change. And so now it's going to be, you're rebuilding a foundation here. And you can take your time, take it one step at a time, but you're making changes now where the old is crumbling and the new is being built. So let's see what the Five of Swords is. So what's happening with this situation then if this is a relationship? What's happening here? I think the structure of what the relationship was built on is gonna have to be, will be retransformed. I don't know if this person's coming with you or not. I don't know. I can't. Taurus is showing up here very, very loudly. But it looks like, these changes are going to be slow over time, but they are going to be changes where we're moving more towards more of basing decisions on how you feel about something rather than strategic planning it out. So we have the Six of Cups here. Give me one more. And we have the Hanged One. This is an impasse. This is gonna be an impasse. This is the overall picture. You're at an impasse here. I don't see that things are, I see things are breaking down. I think things are starting to change in a different direction. I think that you're starting to prepare yourself for what you see is already, happening situationally or relationally, so that you can move quickly. I think this is going to be an impasse for both of you where, it's you're going to have to change your mind about something. You're going to have to see things differently from a perspective of like, instead of trying to compete, this is about really collaboration and working together in trust and in genuineness. Because one of you is very scared and one of you is very like stuck on where they're at. Doesn't want to move. And again, you got that in your situation over here, right? One of you is opening up to some of these changes and these transformations, and one of you is really having a hard time with this change. Really hard time. So let's see what the Nine of Wands is, because this is the possibilities. We have the Nine of Wands, and we have the Six of Wands. I think the two of you are going to stick this out here. It's going to take some perseverance. It's going to take some... it's going to put some seasoning on the relationship. I'll put it like that. It's going to put some seasoning on the relationship. It might put some strain on the relationship. But there's perseverance here that, there's one for something better, that you're both coming out of this. And you got the High Priestess here. So again, now the High Priestess shows up. So this is really moving towards less of a knowledge base and more of an intuitive feeling base. And I think one of you is preparing for that. And I think the other one of you is having a hard time with that change. Really having a hard time with that change. So in this situation, it's best not to know what you're going up against when you make this decision to go down a different path, or if one of you decides to go down a different path. Because there are going to be some challenges here. There are going to be some challenges, but there's also going to be growth. And like I said, this is like going to put seasoning on this situation or this relationship for the both of you. And I think it's also, as time goes on here, it's going to change perspective. And it's going to happen, it's going to take a little while, but it's one step at a time, because, whatever it is that was built is crumbling. So it's got to be rebuilt, and a different model needs to show up here. And so this is going to be a learning experience. Page of Swords, it's going to be a learning experience. And you're not going to have all the information that you need. But you're still going to have to make decisions to make some changes here. And they're going to have to be made quickly. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be a little bit difficult here. It's going to be a little bit difficult. But the dynamics of this structure has already been changing over time. And that's how you got here. The dynamics of the structure have already been changing over time. So let's see who's showing up here. I've got Gemini coming in. I've got Taurus coming in. I've got Cancer, Pisces coming in. I've got Pisces again. Aquarius and Capricorn. Taurus. Aquarius again. Taurus and Libra. Capricorn. Aquarius and Capricorn again. Cancer, Pisces. Scorpio. I think that's it. And Taurus up here. And Gemini. So I'm going to look at the intentions of those signs. This is a very complex situation. It's very complex. And I think that there's going to be, you know, highs and there's going to be lows. But I think it's also going to require some perseverance because you are coming out on the other end. But it's going to take following your intuition. And, you know, some of you, for some that are in relationships, that's harder for the male society because they've been trained not to listen to their feelings. And they've been trained not to follow their intuition. And they've been trained to, like, it's knowledge and expertise, and you build your life on status, and you know what I mean? And females too, because females now have had to go into the workforce and had to be, you know, take on some of those patriarch productive, be productive, keep moving. Everything's about, you know, what you can do in a day and how you build success, and there's only one winner and there's only one CEO and all that type of stuff. So this is a hard transition to make for females too, but it looks like it's one that's going to be made together if there's a significant other here. All right, so with that, Pisces, I don't even know what I'm going to name this. Let's get some divine guidance to you for you, an essential oil you can use. We have lime, which purifies and alleviates overwhelming feelings. And we have melaleuca, which strengthens resilience and confidence. So let's see what that is. You got two L's. Oh, no. Tea tree. Melaleuca's tea tree. All right, let's look at lime. So I'm just going to read the essential qualities of what these are. Lime essential oil has a wide range of properties and uses. It is a natural anti-inflammatory and has anti-infection, antibacterial, and detoxifying properties. You can stir a drop of lime essential oil into drinking water to add flavor and help boost your energy and your mood. In some cultures, limes are believed to eliminate negative energies in both the home and your aura, alleviating the anxiety, the tension, the depression that can accompany them. Lime essential oil is also believed to address apathy and resignation, as well as grief and suicidal ideation, by helping people feel from the heart without being overwhelmed by their feelings. If you are having suicidal thoughts, however, seek professional help and support. This can also be used for chickenpox, cold sores, depression, digestive problems, exhaustion, fatigue, inflammation, liver congestion, lymphatic congestion, memory, pain, respiratory congestion, sore throat, and UTI. And then let's look at tea tree. They got listed on melaleuca. Yep. Okay. While Melaleuca essential oil is best known for its antibacterial properties, research in the medical journal Molecules has found that the essential oil prevents influential virus from entering the cells, which could reduce the likelihood of getting sick. Because Melaleuca essential oil is a powerful antimicrobial and antifungal, it should be in your first aid kit to deal with infections of all kinds. It can be used topically for many different skin conditions. In addition, in boosting immunity and resistance to infections, Melaleuca essential oil can boost the spirit. It promotes a positive outlook and helps strengthen confidence. It is particularly suited to people with a delicate constituent or those who feel victimized and doomed. Feelings that can exacerbate their health conditions. It can also be used for acne, arthritis, athletic foot, boils, bronchitis, cold sores, dandruff, diarrhea, any kind of ear infection, fatigue, head lice, infections of any kind, insect bites, nail fungus, periodontal gum disease, rashes, scabies, sore throat, thrush, tonsillitis, ulcers, viruses, worm ring, and wounds and cuts. So that's what I have for you this week, Pisces. I hope this helped. And until next time, I wish you peace. For those of you that want to go on with me, the link to the extended is in the description box below, and I'll be over there. Bye-bye.